Hello guys and welcome back to Excel Shore Academy. So today we are going to do last lecture from this mutability and the repair of DNA, and that is what we are going to discuss is the last part, translation repair. So I'm happy to announce that this is the last lecture for the chapter 10th that we will be discussing. And yes, let's continue with the topic translation repair. So translation DNA synthesis enables replication to proceed across DNA damage. अब हम क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? This is the fail safe mechanism. अगर कोई सेल है आपके पास और उसमें म्यूटेशन हो गया है एंड इट इज नॉट एबल टू रिपेयर इट, बट हम चाहते हैं कि सेल सरवाइव करे, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट थोड़ी म्यूटेशन के साथ हम उसको ओवरकम करते हैं सो दैट वो सरवाइव करे एंड लेटर इन द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन वी ट्राई टू फिक्स इट. ठीक है, सो दिस इज like it is better to have illness rather than to die as soon. Okay, so iska chota sa so this is what we're going to discuss now. So in many of the examples we have considered so far, damage to the DNA is mended by excision followed by resynthesis using an undamaged template. ठीक है, but sorry, but such repair systems do not operate with the complete efficiency and sometimes a replicating DNA polymerase encounters a lesion, यानी कि एक ना एक प्रॉब्लम तो आनी है, such as pyrimidine dimer हो गया या फिर apyrenic site and which has not been repaired. ठीक है, so because such lesions are obstacle to progression to the DNA polymerase, the replication machinery must attempt to copy across the lesion or to be forced to cease replicating. यस राइट. अभी कैसा है, आपके पास ये सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आ गए, pyrimidine डाइमर है या apyrenic साइड है, तो क्या होगा, आपका डीएनए पॉलीमरेज विल स्टॉप वर्किंग. तो इसको ओवरकम कैसे करेगा, या फिर वो लीशन को ओवरक्रॉस कर ले या फिर रेप्लिकेशन ही छोड़ दे बीच में. So even if cells cannot repair these lesions, there is a fail-safe mechanism which allows the replication machinery to bypass these sites of damage or tolerate the DNA damage. In short, the cell is going to tolerate the DNA damage. ठीक है, और अगर स्टिल इसकी वजह से कोई ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, सो इन द नेक्स्ट राउंड आफ्टर द रेप्लिकेशन इट इज ट्राई टू ओवरकम दैट. ठीक है, now one mechanism of DNA damage tolerance is translation synthesis. So this is what we're going to discuss in this lecture today. Although this mechanism is highly error prone, यानी कि इसमें बहुत सारे मिस्टेक हो सकते हैं and thus likely to introduce mutation, translation synthesis spares the cell the worst fate of an uncompletely replicated chromosome. वो क्या होगा, the death of the cell. ठीक है, तो उससे बच जाता है. A key feature of DNA damage tolerance is that the DNA lesion remains in the genome. DNA repair pathways can subsequently correct the lesion then. ठीक है, so now so we have got the DNA damage over here. एक तरीका ये है कि आपका obviously that it should go under the repair, or the second thing is that it has to tolerate the DNA damage and then it undergoes the translation synthesis. ठीक है, so in this let's see what is given in the reference book also. So cells use DNA repair pathways to restore the DNA to its undamaged site. So ये आपका normal case हो गया. ठीक है, if DNA damage is present when the genome is being replicated, the cell must use DNA damage tolerance to avoid a block in replication and potentially lethal double strand break. फिर translation synthesis replicates across the DNA lesion, but the lesion remains in the genome until a DNA repair pathway can subsequently correct the damage. अभी क्या है, instead of stalling the DNA polymerase या replication को बीच में रोकना, उससे अच्छा क्या है, आप उस damage के साथ ही replication कर लो और उसके next उसके बाद like once the replication is being completed, then you go for the DNA repair. ठीक है, अभी clear होगा I guess like what does the translation synthesis means. Okay, so translation synthesis is catalyzed by a special class of DNA polymerase that synthesizes DNA directly across the site of the damage. So let's see in the figure. So upon encountering the lesion in the template during replication, DNA pol 3 with its sliding clamp, guys look at the picture over here now. So in the picture you can see this is the DNA polymerase 3 and it has got its beta clamp, right? Okay, so it dissociates from the DNA and is replaced by the translation DNA polymerase. So normally आपका DNA replication जब होता है, so we have got a DNA polymerase जो आपका holoenzyme बनता है, right? अभी क्या है यहाँ पे एक translation present है, एक mutation present है. For example, let us say that we are considering the example of thymine dimer. ठीक है, now what will happen? Your special polymerase will come over here and it will bind. Now what is happening? This special polymerase will cross this mutation or the thymine dimer and it is going to get released. अब क्या होगा, वापस से आपका DNA polymerase 3 आ जाएगा and it will continue. So इसका मतलब क्या? The problem, the thymine dimer is not being removed. ठीक है? It's just being overcome for the time being, like during the replication. अब क्या है? Next, you can wait for the DNA repair mechanism to come and process it. So in E. coli, DNA pol 4 or DNB or DNA pol 5, a complex of the proteins like UMC and D dash, performs the translation synthesis. So ये हो गया आपका important point याद करने के लिए. So DNB and UMC are the members of the distinct family of DNA polymerase, which is found in many organisms known as the Y family of DNA polymerase. Another point to remember. So there are 5 translation polymerase known in humans, 4 of which belong to the Y family. So आपको दिन B के बारे में याद रखना है, UMC के बारे में याद रखना है. You need to remember about the Y family of DNA polymerase also. So let's see the crystal structure of translation polymerase. So the structure shown here represent 2 different types of DNA polymerase. The structure on the left, ये आपका हो गया Y family lesion bypass. That on the right is a typical DNA polymerase from the bacteriophage T7. Now you can see the opening around the so see the open structure around the active side. यहाँ पे देखिए in the Y polymerase structure and यहाँ पे नहीं है. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या है? It is actually overcoming over here and bypassing the mistake which is present in the genome. ठीक है. Now, an important feature of these polymerases is that although they are template dependent, they incorporate nucleotides in a manner that is independent of base pairing. इसलिए randomly 2 nucleotide add कर देंगे whenever your, for example, thymine dimer is present. ठीक है? This explains how the enzymes can synthesize DNA over a lesion on the template strand. So because the enzyme is not reading the sequence information from the template, ट्रांसलेशन सिंथेसिस ऑफन हाईली एरर प्रोन. ऑफ कोर्स राइट, एक तो वहां पे आपका रिपेयर नहीं हुआ है, दूसरा आपने विदाउट नोइंग द बेस पेयर आपने कुछ भी न्यूक्लियोटाइड से ऐड कर दिए. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज हैविंग द हाई चांसेस ऑफ एरर्स इन द newly synthesized replicated strand. Okay, so consider the case of an apurinic or apyrimidine site in which lesion contains no base specific information. So the polymerase will synthesize across the lesion by inserting nucleotides in a manner which is not guided by the base pairing. तो चाहे आपका thymine dimer हो, चाहे आपका apurinic या apyrimidine site हो, यानी कि कोई purines like A and G, pyrimidines like C and T are not present, ठीक है, तब भी क्या करेगा आपका ट्रांसलेशन पॉलीमरेज? उस चीज को इग्नोर करता हुआ randomly it will be adding the nucleotides in the newly synthesized strand. ठीक है? So nonetheless, the nucleotide incorporated may not be random. Some translation polymerases incorporate specific nucleotides. For example, a human member of the Y family of translation polymerases, for example, DNA pol H, correctly inserts 2 A residues opposite to thymine dimer. Structural study shows that active site of pol H is better at accommodating a thymine dimer than is the active site for the another translation DNA polymerase like K. So ये तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात हो गई है. So in short, this slide says that DNA pol H will add 2 A residues opposite to thymine dimer. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या, आगे जाके जब thymine dimer को ब्रेक किया जाएगा, it is going to base pair with the adenine. तो वहां पे इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, at the end there is no mismatch. ठीक है. So a thymine dimer fits well at the active site of the DNA pol neta, allowing the polymerase to correctly insert 2 A's across the dimer. So here you can see TT dimer is there and it is going to accommodate the adenine. Whereas in this case, you can see that a superimposed image of how thymine dimer, so this is your dimer, does not fit in the active site of the another translation DNA polymerase. For example, let's say talk about the kappa, which is better suited for the repair of other DNA lesions. ठीक है, तो एक तरह से सही है that you have got different types of DNA polymerase in the Y family in the case of humans to have or to overcome all these problems which is occurring in the DNA replication. Now, because of its high error rate, translation synthesis can be considered a system of last resort. Of course, right? This is what we are talking about. जब सारे DNA repair mechanism आपके नहीं काम किए हैं, तो एक fail safe mechanism होना चाहिए. So क्यों ना हम उस गलती के साथ ही आगे बढ़े ना, आगे जाके like later we can think about like how to repair it, right? So it enables the cell to survive what might otherwise be a catastrophic block to the replication but the price that is paid is a higher level of mutagenesis. So एक तरह से सेल रिस्क ले रहा है to become a cancerous, पर वही रहता है ना कि एटलीस्ट पहले सर्वाइव तो कर ले, then we can think about becoming a bad person or not. So the genes encoding the translation polymerases are expressed as part of the pathway known as SOS response. Damage leads to the proteolytic destruction of a transcriptional repressor like LEX-A repressor, which controls the expression of genes which is involved in the SOS response, including those for DIN-B, UMIC, UMID, and the inactive precursor for the UMID dash. Interestingly, the same pathway is responsible for the proteolytic conversion of UMID to UMID dash. So cleavage of both LEX-A and UMID is stimulated by a protein called REC-A, which is activated by single-stranded DNA resulting from a DNA damage. So it has got the dual function and it is involved in DNA recombination also. So this is what we'll discuss in the next chapter. Okay, so stay tuned with the channel and please subscribe to our channel XHL Academy if you wanted to complete your Watson summary series before your exam, and you can finish off the entire Watson book with our channel. You just have to listen and understand. So let's continue. Okay, so now we next address the question of how a translation polymerase gains access to the stalled replication machinery at the site of DNA damage. अब तक हमने ये पढ़ा कि कैसे ट्रांसलेशन पॉलीमरेज आपका हेल्प कर रहा है टू ओवरकम दी स्टॉल्ड पॉलीमरेज एट दी रेप्लिकेशन साइट. ठीक है, अब ये पता करना है कि वो वहां पे पहुंचा कैसे, उसको बुलाया किसने, है ना. सो इन मैमेलियन सेल्स एंट्री इनटू द ट्रांसलेशन सिंथेसिस इट इज ट्रिगर्ड बाय अ केमिकल मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ द स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प. So guys, again, as I'm mentioning in between that these are important, so you need to note down. So the sliding clamp pCNA in eukaryotes, it anchors the replicative polymerase to the DNA template. The chemical modification to the sliding clamp of a peptide known as ubiquitin in a process known as the ubiquitination. ये मैं पता है ना. ubiquitination जब भी होता है finally वो degradation के लिए जाता है. ठीक है, so जब आपका sliding clamp ही नहीं रहेगा, so what will happen, आपका polymerase 3 fall off कर जाएगा. ठीक है, so its use in triggering translation synthesis adds to the growing list of the cellular process, which is governed by tagging proteins with the ubiquitin peptide. So once ubiquitin, what will happen, sliding clamp will recruit a translation polymerase, which contains domains that recognize and bind to the ubiquitin. So guys, ये भी important है, ये भी आपको समझना है, याद रखना है. So again, let's say again, so what is happening, इसको हमने कैसे बुलाया, कैसे रिक्रूट किया हमने ट्रांसलेशन पॉलीमरेज को, ये सवाल है. सो आंसर क्या है, सो आपको यूबिक्विटिन पेप्टाइड है वो आपको टैग करना है. ठीक है, सो किसको टैग करना है, स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प को, पीसीएनए, लाइक इन द केस ऑफ द मैमल्स. सो वंस ubiquitinated, the sliding clamp recruits translation polymerase now, which contains domains that recognize and bind to the ubiquitin. Translation polymerase somehow displaces the replicative polymerase from the 3' end of the growing strand and extends it across the site of the damage. ठीक है, तो अभी क्या हमने देखा कि यूबिक्विटिन उसमें टैग हो गया है. नाउ इट इज गोइंग टू रिकॉग्नाइज, तो जो आपको नॉर्मल पॉलीमरेज है वो आपका हट जाएगा एंड आपका ट्रांसलेशन पॉलीमरेज आ जाएगा एट द साइट ऑफ द डैमेज. सो लेट्स सी इन द फिगर आल्सो. सो गाइस, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, जब भी आप कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हैं रिलेटेड टू बायो, इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू हैव अ पिक्चर इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू सो दैट योर इमेजिनेशन विल बी बेटर एंड आपको याद रखने में भी इजी जाएगा. सो यू हैव गॉट द रेप्लिकेटिव डीएनए पॉलीमरेज, आपने देखा यहाँ पे ट्रांसलेशन है. ठीक है, एक प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, यूबिक्विटिन वॉल्यूज आपने इसको टैग कर दिया है बिकॉज ये यहाँ पे स्टॉल हो गया था, राइट, रुक गया था. तो यूबिक्विटिन वैल्यू, सॉरी यूबिक्विटिन पेप्टाइड, इसको यहाँ पे टैग किया, ये इसके साथ डिसोसिएट हो गया. So it's a signal that translation DNA polymerase should come and continue the replication. Now what will happen? Another sliding clamp with the replicative polymerase will come and continue the DNA synthesis. ठीक है? I hope we clear है. Let's move ahead. So ubiquitination of the sliding clamp is therefore a distress signal that recruits translation polymerase to rescue the replication machine. ठीक है? So in addition, a polymerase switching mechanism data support that translation synthesis also uses mechanism of gap filling. So following replication, a gap results from the replicative DNA polymerase skipping over the DNA lesions and continuing replication will have a new Okazaki fragment. Then हमें पता है Okazaki fragment है, gap है, तो क्या होगा, DNA pol 1 आएगा, उसको भरेगा and DNA ligase आएगा जो निक को सील कर देगा. ठीक है, So यहाँ पे देखिए, यहाँ पे गैप आ जाता है जब हम इस ट्रांसलेशन को ओवरकम करते हैं. So that will be overcome by the DNA polymer and DNA ligase उसको ligate कर देगा. ठीक है. Finally, several fascinating questions remain. How exactly does the translation enzyme replace the normal replicative polymerase in the DNA replication complex? So once a DNA synthesis is extended across the region, how does the normal replicative polymerase switch back to and replace the translation enzyme at the replication fork? So translation polymerase have low plasticity, thus perhaps they simply dissociate from the template shortly after copying across a lesion. ठीक है. तो ये बहुत सारे ऐसे सवाल हैं जिसका like you know it has opened up so many areas for you guys so that you guys can actually you know come and do the research. आप MSc के बाद एग्जाम लिख के क्लियर करेंगे CA से है और any other PhD entrance exam. So these are the such questions which you can answer, right? So if you're interested in mold bio, you can just let me know. Maybe I can help in getting you the topic for your choice and the labs which you might be interested. So guys, that's all. And happy to announce that this chapter is being completed. Soon there will be the next chapter starting. So thank you for watching. And if you like the video, please hit that like button and comment me if it and let me know through your comments that if these summary series are helpful. So again, thank you. Take care, guys.